It's always the first line of Gino Auriemma's list of goals for UConn women's basketball win the regular season conference championship. Tonight, the Huskies begin their pursuit of a 22nd Big East title against longtime rival Providence, live on SNY. And hi, everybody, from Gamble Pavilion. Happy to be here with Megan Kulmo. I'm Alan Bestwick. So the Huskies come into tonight's game third-ranked, undefeated on the season at 5-0, with 3 wins over teams ranked in the top 10 at the time. This team, what's led to their success they've had so far this season?
Well, I think a big reason is Aaliyah Edwards and the way she has played, the dominance that she has shown early. You know, she's mature. She's a junior. She was on campus all summer working at her game. The confidence, the aggressive take to the basket. She's finishing. Gosh, she's shooting 62% from the floor. But on the defensive end, she's acting quick hands, great feet. She can rebound like a demon in there. But look at that great footwork, hands up for the block. She's averaging a block a game, a double-double she's averaging. She's had more double-doubles in 4 games of their 5 than she had in the first 2 years combined. She's ready.
And we'll lead this team onto the floor tonight in their home white uniforms as we check the starting lineups presented by Subaru of New England. Familiar starting 5 for the Huskies: Nika Mule to run the point with Fudd, Lopez, Seneschal, Aubrey Griffin, and Edwards. For Providence, the player to watch is Janae Crooms, 5, their leading scorer. Put up 27 against the Huskies in the game in Providence a season ago. So ready. They had just under 500 tickets available as of this morning for this game. Big crowd has turned out to watch Gino Auriemma's squad. And we go with UConn in the home white uniforms. Providence in the road blacks, underway in Gamble.
Providence starting in man-to-man defense, fighting through screens, not switching.
There's Fudd driving to the hoop. Nice floater to get the Huskies on the board.
You know, Fudd has started slow offensively the last couple games. I think UConn got to be happy with her knocking down her first shot.
So there is 5, Janae Crooms. She's the one to watch for Providence and the one that the Huskies want to take away defensively.
Yeah, she's a dynamic scorer.
Going to be a travel. First turnover of the ball game goes to Jim Crowley's team. Crowley in his 7th year as the Friar head coach. A season ago, he had the youngest team in the Big East. They've got a year's experience on them, but they know they're up against it tonight.
And he's such a nice guy. You like the way he talked to the official, you know, very nicely, just trying to point out a few things.
Aubrey Griffin to the rim.
Her athleticism is unbelievable. She makes this team so much better. Out last year with some injuries. Boy, is she just a fun player to watch.
22, Bryn Farrell, one of the 2 transfers into this Providence program. She lets it fly from long range. No good. Edwards with her first rebound of the night. Drives into a double team. Nice kick to Griffin. And UConn will reset. What a slash, but the pass went through the hands of AZ Fudd, who was not expecting it and looking the other way. Keys to the game presented by Nissan. Well, that player wearing number 10 in white is going to be one of them.
Yeah, almost had an assist there. But I think with Paige Becker's out, the kids are not used to passes like that.
Nika Mule leading the nation in assists per game for this UConn squad, leading the team really in so many ways.
Well, she's the heart and soul of this team, plays with such great energy.
Into the paint was Emily Archibald, couldn't get the shot to go. Another rebound for UConn. Huskies run, Aubrey Griffin, got it.
What a great run by Aubrey and a tremendous find by Mule.
Six to nothing, UConn early in the going. Farrell cut off, defended by Lopez Seneschal, threw one up at the rim, didn't go. Another rebound for Edwards, Mule runs. Intercepted by Emily Archibald for Providence.
Yeah, she got bumped as she tried to make that pass.
31 is Olivia Olsen, no. Second one, no. Going to be knocked out of bounds. And it's going to be a Providence ball.
UConn does such a good job of getting out in transition. The nice pass from Mule, but you can't underscore the effort of Aubrey Griffin running up the floor.
making yourself available for that play. Just hustle.
Absolutely.
There's Nika Mule tipping it away as Friars tried to get it to Cruz, and the pass to a running, again, Aubrey Griffin. And a timeout, Providence.
If you work hard and run, they'll find you.
Hallmark of Gino Auriemma's teams. Stingy defense turned into aggressive offense. Nika Mule guarding Providence's best player gets the steal. Aubrey Griffin gets the score. And it's Huskies by 8 early on. Huskies have raced out to an 8-0 lead on Providence with less than 3 minutes played in the ball game. Como's Court Vision brought to you by Yale New Haven Health with some early Nika Mule highlights.
Well, you know, here you see Nika Mule is in the passing lane, right? Hand extended. You see her leg there in that passing lane. She's one pass away, keeping an eye on it. Seeing her man and the ball. Great job knocking down the ball. And then the assist to the streaking Aubrey Griffin. That's just tremendous defense. And it's just textbook, old school, nothing fancy, just get in your stance, play great defense, hand in that passing lane, see the ball, see your man, and then the pretty finish on the break.
So Mule with 2 assists already in the ball game. Aubrey Griffin 3 for 3 with 6 points already in this ball game. So let's see what Providence does out of the timeout here after Jim Crowley took a chance to try and regroup his team. Huskies with the full court pressure. Kylie Shepard, unanimous pick to the Big East all-freshman team a season ago. One handles the ball for the Friars. Defended by Griffin. Now Crooms defended by Mule. The double team comes, and that is going to be a foul on Griffin, her first in the ballgame. This might normally be a moment where we go to Maria Marino for her first in-game
yes.
report today. Maria not with us tonight. She's under the weather. We wish her a quick recovery.
Absolutely. We'll see you soon, Maria.
I'll be back for this next week when the Huskies take on Princeton here on SNY. Another missed shot by the Friars. They're over 6 in the game. Bud cuts. Is rewarded. Nice pass from Lopez Seneschal.
Smart pump fake inside by Fudd to get Crooms off her feet.
Shepard spins around and gets that one to go with the left hand. Kylie Shepard gets Providence on the board.
Tough spin there by the 5'9" sophomore.
She's banged up. Jim Crowley wasn't sure she was even going to play tonight, but in the lineup and gets Providence's first points. Here's Edwards down low. Kicks the Mule. Back to Edwards, top of the key. Back line. Rebound by Crooms for Providence. And running, and a nice pass from Crooms, but missed the layup was Olivia Olsen.
She's a 53% shooter. She doesn't miss shots like that often.
Comes back and gets called for the foul at the other end.
Really good offense here on the offensive end. Check this out. Nice back cut there from Fudd. Terrific look from Lopez Seneschal. This team is a really good passing team. They're unselfish, and they move really well without the ball.
One of the best at that for UConn this year has been the player you're looking at the free throw line, Aubrey Griffin. How fun has it been to see her return to the form that she has after missing an entire year injured?
She changes this team so much, Alan. It makes them so much better. Her athleticism, the way, first of all, she can guard anybody. She can guard a guard or a forward. So she changes their dynamic defensively. But what she can do for them offensively is she not, she shoots more. She's a three-point threat, so to speak. But it's her offense, the ability to offensive rebound, and just be another scoring option out there. They didn't have it last year.
She has 8 of UConn's 12 points in this one. Shepard spins. The step through two defenders and the left-hand layup.
Shepard really good at taking that extra step. And it's not a walk.
That's all four of Providence's points so far. Neal drives through Shepard. Will pick up the contact and the foul. Nice defensive from Shepard.
Yeah, classy move by Shepard to pick her up.
First personal,
So Neal fake left. And then drove hard right.
Number 10, Neal, 2 foul shots.
Muir only taking her 7th free throw of the year. She has been so amazing distributing the ball for UConn. I mentioned leads the nation in assists per game.
I can't remember a UConn guard in the last 30 years that has had that impact offensively that Nika Muir has had for Gino Auriemma. There have been a few good guards that have come through the program.
Several banners on the walls commemorating
including one who wore that number, Sue Bird.
First sub of the game in for UConn. It is Caroline Ducharme off the bench for UConn. Aubrey Griffin will take a seat. Easy Fun picks up guarding Crooms with Griffin on the bench. Muir working out near the top of the key. Gracie Fosa.
Really good team defense. That possession by UConn.
Edwards. There's the post. A long step and the left-hand floater.
You know, that's also the patience and the maturity of that young lady, Aaliyah Edwards, to make that kind of move in the low post. She wouldn't have been able to make that as a freshman.
You mentioned that word maturity. When I talked with Aaliyah before the game today and asked what the difference was, that was one of the words she said. Maturity as a person and a player. Bodies on the floor in the backfield. Nika Muir took a shot in the face. Is reaching for her nose. While Lafosa drives the lane. 3 bounces off the rim and doesn't go. No blood, no foul. Muir is up and going. Seneschal. Drives. Yes.
Lopez Seneschal is so good reading the defense, and she just needs a sliver of space and can get by you.
Feeds. Goes through the hands of the person in the lane, and that will be a Providence turnover to UConn.
Here's the play where Muir, you see she got a forearm right to the nose there. She was trying to hustle to get what she thought might be a loose ball. Inadvertent contact, no foul.
Again, Muir continuing on. No issue for UConn. There's Aaliyah Edwards through 2 players. And that went somehow.
Just a strong finish there.
What were you laughing about? You were laughing something about what I said about Muir.
Well, it's going to take, yeah, it's going to be more than that. It's going to take a stronger shot to her face to get her out of the game, that's for sure.
Yeah. Crooms tries to drive baseline against Ducharme, cut off by Muir in the double team. Feed outside to Archibald. No. Huskies on a 7-0 run here. And that ball will go out of bounds. Well, this first game of the Big East Conference play for this season for UConn, and Big East so far through non-conference play, they've been strong. Big East teams.
Really strong. Look at that, 4 teams ranked in the top 25, and Maddie Segrist is one to keep an eye on. Villanova, just a phenomenal player.
Very, very quick. AC Fudd on the inbounds play. Yeah, 3 of the top scorers in the nation, all are in the Big East. You mentioned Segrist. There's Fudd and Anissa Morrow for the call. And of course, don't overlook Creighton. As Lopez Seneschal gets a 3.
We talked earlier about how Lopez Seneschal changes this team. That's an example right there. A threat from 3-point range on the break that they didn't have last year. She's a 4-year seasoned veteran from Fairfield.
Logan Cook gets a rebound on the scramble, gets a second rebound on the scramble, still can't get the ball to go in the basket, now does. Providence snaps a UConn 12-0 run.
Really good hustle there by Logan Cook. She probably came over and pushed Aaliyah Edwards a little bit, but the officials are letting it go.
Inside of 2 minutes first quarter, Aaliyah Edwards will draw contact and will get the shot.
They couldn't let this one go. You see the screen set, and then the nice roll, and just used her body so well to get the defender on her back, the strong dribble, and then use the glass. See, that's where her strength comes in handy. And as a freshman, and maybe even a sophomore, she doesn't make that with the three-point opportunity. She's so strong and confident. That's really every time.
So adds the free throw and heads to the bench. Ayanna Patterson will come into the ballgame for UConn. Nika Mule has also gone out. Aubrey Griffin is back in. Shepard, guided by Bud. Defense stingy. Providence looking for room. Driving kick. That'll be Megan Herder with a three that misses. And the long rebound to Aubrey Griffin. Sets the screen for Bud. She'll kick to Caroline Deshawn. Three too strong. Patterson can't get the rebound. She got the first touch, but couldn't control. Inside, Cook, turn around, got it. Cook, one of the two transfers into this Providence program. She played her last couple of years at Iowa.
She's had a huge impact, just such a mature kid.
Here's Deshawn. Gonna get called for offensive foul.
Offensive foul. Number 33, Caroline UConn.
Push off. So they'll turn the ball over to Providence.
Let's take a look and see if that was a tough angle.
Griffin with another steal. And she gets fouled, which probably saves a runaway layup.
Active hands in the passing lane there again, this time from Aubrey Griffin. Just really good active defense. You see all the hands in the air, but there, see that right hand in the passing lane. It's exactly how you want to play it. And probably a smart foul there by Megan Herder. To stop the fast break.
13th steal of this young season already for Aubrey Griffin. Down to about 30 seconds to go. Mule back into the ball game. Fudd goes out at the end of the quarter. Lopez Seneschal pulls it back. Gets caught. Nobody with a chance to reset. Maybe got away with a foul.
I don't think there was a need to.
Mule kicks back out to Griffin. Yes.
She's worked at her mid-range game, her three-point game in this year that she took off due to injury and surgery.
At the buzzer, too strong from Olivia Olsen. And UConn ends quarter number one with a 21-point lead. Aubrey Griffin has been the star of the show in this first quarter. She's in double figures already with 10 points, 4 for 4 from the floor. Ready for the start of the second quarter here at Gamble Pavilion. Huskies leading Providence by 21 after a very efficient opening quarter. Check out our UConn Fan Choice poll presented by Duncan. Tonight we are asking you, which opponent is UConn's biggest threat for the Big East Championship? There are some good choices on that line. Go to sny.tv/vote game. Cast your vote. We look forward to seeing your thoughts on that later in the ballgame. Well, in that opening quarter, UConn shooting 85% from the floor. Good start offensively.
Well, look at this last offensive possession. You see Providence in a man. I like this spacing. You see UConn in their white jerseys. Everyone, you know, pass, screen, move, keep moving, dribble, penetrate, and kick. And look, all the defense is down there. Aubrey Griffin wide open for the shot. Good patience, good spacing, good movement.
Aubrey Griffin leading scorer in the ballgame through one quarter. 4 for 4 from the floor, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 10 points, 3 rebounds, and a steal. And she's back on the floor with her Husky teammates to start this second quarter. Mule, Lopez Seneschal to Bouchard, Townsend on the floor with Griffin. As Providence tries to solve this UConn defense. Muir gets run over, no call. Long kick to the outside, Herder, no. Nice rebound, Lopez Seneschal. Acrobatic, reaching back behind her to pull that one in. Seneschal off the screen. Sharp, she'll pull off. And drop it.
Such great poise and patience on this UConn offense so far in this first half. They're not rushing anything.
The luxury of a variety of weapons, the way that the scoring has been. As Townsend intercepts the inbound pass, and then there'll be a foul called on the floor, and that'll be on Providence.
You got to give Patterson a lot of credit on that last possession, stepping in front of that, in that low post to steal that pass, perfectly timed. Shows her great foot quickness too.
Patterson, the 6'2" freshman out of Fort Wayne, as Lopez Seneschal goes to the bench for a breather. And AZ Fudd into the ball game for UConn. Switch the ball around left to right. Good shot. Janae Cruz with the ball for Providence. So far, shut out through one quarter. That's the player that held 27 on the Huskies last January. Drive to the rim, no. Rebound, Aubrey Griffin.
Trust me, Gino will never let his team forget that that kid scored 27.
Bud kicks the Muir. Lets it fly. For three.
And Muir's so good this year so far, picking when to shoot that ball.
Three that's way off range for another Archibald. Will be saved inbounds, and we'll keep playing. I talked about earlier, one of the luxuries UConn has, they're really getting scoring from a lot of players, and big scoring.
Yeah, it's so different from last year, right?
Yep.
And I think part of it is because they just move the ball so well, and everyone moves so well without the ball.
Sean couldn't get the shot to go, and had her rebound stripped away. Shepard. Sophomore loses the handle. Griffin is there to pick it up. Being defended by Newell. Who else? Newell kicks the far. The quick release. Far through. Nothing to it, Paige said. He's working on foot. There's the kick to the corner. Shot too strong. Good rebound over the top by Olsen. She drives on Patterson. Will get the foul.
Huskies, number 34, Patterson.
What a smart play there. You know, on the break, when the defense isn't really set, to dribble, penetrate, and then kick it out to a three, particularly someone like AZ Fudd. She didn't look like it, but she did appreciate that shot for a second, right?
So here's Olivia Olsen at the free throw stripe for Providence, a sophomore from the Albany area. Second on the team in scoring, first on the team in blocks. And 0 for 5 shooting tonight, including 2 missed free throws. It's one of the things that happened to the young Providence squad a year ago. They came into this building and were totally overwhelmed by UConn. At one point, the Huskies had a 29-0 run within the last year. That shot is errant from Olivia Edwards back into the ballgame. Rebounded by Alfonso for Providence.
And again, some of that was because it was from the reaction to the game at Providence, where UConn didn't play as well as they would have liked. Shepard knocked down a three. And Oriema really wanted to send a message to his team that you can't let a kid score 27 points on you.
Ball drives and will get fouled by Janae Cruz. That'll be the first on Providence's team leader.
First down, Cruz. Second team
Easy
foul.
FUD
Easy
for this
FUD,
UConn
2
team.
free throws.
Man, talk about shining in the biggest moments when needed. That's what your best players are supposed to do, right?
Yeah, I mean, this kid is just, there's something so special about the way she plays. A rare miss from the free-point line, or the free throw line. You see her parents, Tim and Katie, at every game. They're such dedicated parents to their child.
We talk to AZ, and it's about health and confidence. She has both this season, and we're seeing what we thought she could be already in a UConn uniform.
You see her playing great defense right now, the good switch. And as great a scorer as she is, and she's scoring off the dribble this year, she's a terrific defender. But you know what? She's a great kid, and she's an unbelievable teammate.
Look at this defense by UConn. Shot clock down to 3. Raposo with a pull-up. No. Rebound Olsen. Drives over Edwards and got the bucket.
It's good hustle there by Olsen. UConn did so much well there.
Yeah.
They just couldn't track down the rebound.
Lopez Seneschal from behind the arc. Too strong. Rebound right to Flood. Nobody coming at her. She'll get fouled driving the paint. That'll be on the floor. It'll be on Kylie Shepard, her second for Providence. You talk about Flood. That was her first missed free throw of the season. Had been 11 for 11 to that point. AZ 5th in the nation in points per game. The UConn's opening 5 contest. Here she is with the ball in her hands now. To Flood. Off the heel screen. No. Rebound tipped away. Here's Cruz for Providence. 38-13, UConn halfway through quarter number 2. Long-range shot from Farrell is good. Ruth Farrell, Florida transfer. Junior from New Jersey. Flood drives. Gets it swatted away, but Aaliyah Edwards was right there to pick up the errant ball and put it in.
That's just being in the right place at the right time, and that wasn't by accident there by Edwards. Good effort to get herself in good position.
Real stubbornly defending Farrell, who somehow held on to the ball and made the spin to her left.
Yeah, Farrell did a great job there. I thought she was pushing off a little bit, but I like that the refs are letting them play. Nice tough finish there by Farrell.
Ball is on the floor. That is going to be a foul on Lou Lopez Seneschal for UConn and bring us to a timeout midway through quarter number 2. Solid start for UConn, up by 22 over Providence. And of course, you look tonight in this building, some 10,000 here to see UConn women's basketball play on a Friday night. So much success on the athletic fields and facilities around the Stores campus.
It's a different campus than it was even 10 years ago, let alone 30 when I played here. And it's amazing the great crowd tonight because the men's hockey team is playing in Hartford. And I'm sure they've got a good crowd, a terrific crowd here in Tampa.
The men's basketball game here last night with a sellout crowd, and yet tonight, 10,000 here in Tampa. That seats just over 10,000. And I mentioned earlier, students lined up starting at noon today to see this UConn women's basketball team play. So Raposo with the basket for Providence on their possession to start. And here's Mule for 3. Nope. Long rebound. Lopez Seneschal will chase it down. Second chance here for the Huskies. Inside to Aaliyah Edwards. She's going to get called for the offensive foul.
I don't like that call. Let's take another look at it. Working hard in there. She was pivoting. She got her a little bit with that right elbow, but...
Yeah. I'm sure that's what they saw, because that stood out to me from that angle, which is where the referee would blew the whistle and standing. So here is Janae Cruz with the hop jump, missed the shot. Skips the rebound, but it goes to Olsen. Providence with another chance. Skip pass. And out for Phil. 20-point Husky lead. Aubrey Griffin and one.
Wow. That play, yet again. again shows the athleticism and how she makes this team so much better. Can change direction, get hit, and finish on the run. Pretty special.
So it'll be the second foul on Olsen. Griffin steps to the free throw line. Already with 12 points in the ball game, 6 rebounds, and 2 steals. And adds the third. What a game so far for Aubrey Griffin. UConn by 23.
No, I didn't get hit.
Foso working on Griffin. Stops. Feeds. Logan Cook. No. Griffin with the rebound. Buell feeds behind Deshaun. Intercepted by Cruz. Clark coming back, putting pressure on.
Gonna get looser.
Stop and leave for some help. Farrell tries to drive on Flood. Cuts it off. Feeds underneath. That's on first and goal for Cook. Another rebound for Aaliyah Edwards. There's Flood. The quick release. Victory.
I mean, it's the blink of an eye quick how quickly she gets that ball off.
That is a basketball thing of beauty right there.
It really is.
That was hard to get. You're gonna have to take the legs off.
Flood up to 13 points. Off of glass for 3 from Bryn Farrell.
I'm not sure she called it, but she will certainly take it.
Farrell up to 8 points to lead the way for Providence. Inside, Griffin. Working. Nice.
When you're undersized in the lane, it helps to catch it down there, turn and face, and then use your quickness.
15 for Griffin. Bosa loses. Mule. By the baseline, defended by Deshaun. Reset. That's a travel on Phil. UConn women's basketball hosts defending national champions South Carolina at the XL Center on Sunday, February 5th. Visit UConnTickets.com and build your own mini plan package and secure your tickets for what's going to be a must-see matchup.
That will be a fun game, no doubt.
Yes, it will. A lot of fun games. Princeton next here on SNY next Thursday night. That'll be a fun one. We'll be bringing her Tigers to town.
Carla graduated from UConn, went on to have a tremendous, she's having an unbelievable coaching career. And a great tenure at Tufts, and now is at Princeton, and is just doing great things. Very instrumental with USA basketball as well.
Flyers reacting very quickly to cut off UConn's drives. Second shot will go in here.
Well, that's one way to make the offense look less awkward. Let's drain it through.
Well placed, well placed. And here's 2 for Grace Infoso. He gets on the scoreboard for Providence. Gary Apple and Carol Walters standing by to give you all the first half highlights and analysis. Plus, continue the celebration of 50 years of Title IX. It's the UConn women's basketball halftime show presented by Dunkin's. In 25 seconds of game time. That through the hands of Lopez Seneschal. UConn turns it over. Yeah, what a first half for the Huskies. Halfway to 100. And Aubrey Griffin and AC Flood have certainly led the way for UConn. Huskies shooting almost 70% from the floor and 62% from 3. Final 10.
Those are crazy numbers.
Aren't they? Cruz, no. Well, maybe the other thing, they've kept Providence's best player shut out. 2 seconds, 1. Lopez Seneschal with the exclamation point on the first half for UConn. The appreciation from the 10,000 here at Gamble tonight for the grad transfer from Fairfield, who has has shown stepping up to play for this team was right up her alley.
She certainly made herself at home.
Pretty good stuff. So that's 8 for Lopez Seneschal. As the Huskies shoot now 66% from beyond the arc, 70% from the floor. It's 54-25 UConn. Gary and Kara are next. Huskies come out of the locker room to start the third quarter with a 29-point lead in their Big East Conference opener. It's 54-25 over Providence as we welcome you back inside Gamble Pavilion. Along with Megan Plumo, I'm Alan Bestwick. Well, for UConn, you could not have started the night off any better. And one player in particular really shone in that opening few minutes of the ballgame.
Yeah, Aubrey Griffin, you know, since she's entered this starting lineup, you know, she just changes the game with her incredible athleticism. The way she can drive, split the defense, get to the rim. She runs the floor exceptionally well. She cuts so well without the basketball. It helps when Nika Mule is finding her there. She's also worked on her mid to long range game. 15 points, 7 rebounds, perfect from the floor. And I mentioned Nika Mule, and you see Nika right next to her. Nika 9 assists of the 14 they had in that first half.
And notably for the Husky defense, the leading scorer for Providence has not scored yet.
Well, UConn takes great pride in their defense, and they put different players on her, but AZ Bud has done an outstanding job, for one, trying to take Janae Crooms just out of her rhythm offensively.
Bud will come onto the floor to start this third quarter, along with Aaliyah Edwards, Nika Mule, Aubrey Griffin, and Lopez Seneschal, same starting 5 at the beginning of the ballgame for UConn. Sends the screen for Mule, drives and kicks. Lopez Seneschal, quickly.
It's Providence's worst nightmare right now to have Lopez Seneschal knock down that 3 right out of the gates.
And now 10 assists, double-digit assists again for Nika Mule for another consecutive game. That's going to be a travel.
She got away with a little kick in the beginning, too.
How about that? 4th straight game with double-digit assists, the longest streak by a Husky since 1999. Awesome.
That's incredible.
What a force she has been, particularly when you consider the injury to Paige Beckers starting this season. So how long will it take Providence to get on board to start the second half? They suffered for a while at the beginning of the first half. That went out of bounds off of Mule.
And the problem, too, though, Alan, is how does Providence simulate UConn's defensive pressure in their practices? There's just no way that they can.
Maybe they could get Ed Cooley's squad in there.
Be a start.
That'll be a turnover. Took 2 balls.
Second violation, UConn ball.
And that'll frustrate the coach to no end.
Yeah, I mean, Jim Crowley's got a young team. He's a good coach. He's trying to work with what he's got, but you know he's got some injuries. They're not totally healthy. But UConn is just right now. They just have more talented basketball players.
Skip past the Mule. 10 to shoot. Inside Edwards. Back the other way. Gets fouled.
This is a great move by Edwards. She's so much more active. See, turn and face, dribble right, come back left, gets herself fouled. You have to come out of there with either a bucket or a foul, maybe both, but in that case, she came out with the foul.
So Aaliyah Edwards in the hunt for another double-double in this ball game. The difference between her sophomore season and this, her junior season, has been so impressive. I don't know, maybe there's some superpowers in that mask.
Yeah, she feels more comfortable with it, but Gino Auriemma talked about the way that Aaliyah Edwards has been practicing. And, you know, it's not that complicated. That kid decided. She worked hard all summer. She decided she wants to be great. And to be great, you have to be great in practice every day. You have to put great effort into practice every day, and she is, and it's showing in the games.
Got the block there, and is going to get called for the foul in the aftermath.
Really good footwork, good body control, the good block, and then the kid fell with a little help. It was just good hustle all around them.
Jones tried to get that pass behind Nika Mule. It went off Mule's back and out of bounds, so Providence gets another shot at it. Look at those numbers this season and last season for Leah Edwards.
And it's really, you got to give Aaliyah all the credit. She just decided that she doesn't want to be mediocre.
Catch and release from AC Fudd. Fishing another three. Mule tries to save it. Ball on the floor. And eventually a tied up ball. It'll stay in the hands of Providence.
Well, when you talk about the number of assists that AZ's getting, or rather Nika's getting, you know, it's pretty smart to pass it to number 35.
AZ making herself available, but Nika seeing her, and there's no hesitation.
Making sure she finds it.
Good defensive communication by UConn, but Cruz floats one. And gets her first points of the night. Here's Aubrey Griffin. She'll hold. By Mule. Lets it fly. No. And rebound by Olsen for Providence. UConn players fight for the rebound. It'll be Edwards who gets it. That's her 8th ball game to go with 11 points. Griffin, 1 point away from her season high. Kick the Mule, lets it fly. Ball 3, Nika Mule. Seven points to go with those 11 assists and a couple of steals. Cruz drives the paint. Nice between players. You can see a determination on her part to get on the board this quarter. There's Fudd misses. Elbow right to the face of Lopez Seneschal by Bree Farrell. Good to see Lopez Seneschal right up off the floor. Officials will talk. They'll send the teams to their benches. Will they look at that as an intentional foul?
Oh, yeah, the upper arm. Got Seneschal right in the face.
Ashley Good, the official's going to come over and clue us in.
Calls a common foul on number 22, Bryn Farrell.
So as expected, the foul was called on Providence, and they'll check the video to see if it's an intentional foul or a call.
Exactly.
Chris Morris, Tom Danaher, along with Good, the officiating crew here tonight. That's a solid whack on the cheek.
I mean, it was solid, and part of the problem what they look at now in terms of, you know, the intentional part of it, or just a common foul, really determine that. But, you know, you have to be pivoting when you, and moving in the pivot with your feet.
Right.
And you could see her arms went ahead and her feet didn't move. So that's partially why they called the foul, and she whacked her in the face. So that's part of it as well.
So they have looked at the video. Now the officials will talk it over, and then they'll give us the indication. All right, so while they decide that and get us all squared away to resume action, we'll take a break. Timeout. 6:38 to go in the third. So back at Gamble Pavilion, you see Lou Lopez Seneschal at the free throw line and no one else positioned nearby. Officials did upgrade the call on Providence's Bryn Farrell to an intentional foul. Excuse me, so Lopez Seneschal will shoot free throws, and then UConn will get the ball.
Yeah, they said it was just excessive, the way she threw her arm. Yeah, I don't think she meant anything by it. It was an aggressive play. And the officials have to do what they can to keep the players safe, particularly when it's involving your head.
Contact to the head, you'll always get that look. So you may have noticed we didn't interview Gino on his way off the court at halftime. It's because...
Which I missed.
Yeah, I know you did. And people missed it. But we are going to talk to Gino during live game action coming up after the next whistle. As Lopez Seneschal adds the free throws with that one.
Looking no word worse for Ware, getting that shot to the face.
Up to 15 points now for Lopez Seneschal. Yeah, so you'll get your dose of Gino live during third quarter action coming up.
Ought to be interesting.
Of course, it begs the question, will Meg ask her about the hair or anything like that during the game? Block underneath.
I'm going to let that go.
Okay.
Let's just keep it together.
There you go. It's a good strategy, actually. Here's Edwards. Step back, blocked. Nice block by Olsen for Providence. Here's Crooms. Off by Lopez Seneschal. Feeds Olsen underneath, who gets it up and in over the top of Patterson, who's into the ball game for UConn.
What a terrific pass from Crooms.
She's got an added energy to her game in this third quarter, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's a competitor.
That is going to be an offensive foul on Nika Mule. And the UConn turnover. The arms raised from Nika like what?
Of course, she's not happy with it.
Well, listen, you know, I mean, as much as we've joked about Nika and fouls, that's one of the areas she's really cleaned up in her game. That is her first foul of the ball game. We're in the third quarter.
Well, we've talked a lot about maturity of this UConn team, and that's one way in which it manifests. You know, they meet her on the floor. They don't, you know, she can't be committing stupid fouls, punching people or tackling people. They need her on the floor, and as a result, she's leading the country in assists.
Shot with the clock running out. Aaron, here's Lopez Seneschal. Inside, Patterson with patience will draw the contact and the foul. And that brings us to the midway timeout, halfway through quarter number 3. When we come back, the Hall of Famer, Gino Auriemma, joins us. Festive on the campus here in stores outside of Gamble Pavilion. All the holiday decorations going full bore. And pretty festive inside as well in the basketball capital of the world. UConn in the Big East opener for this season, leading Providence by 38 points midway through quarter number 3. Huskies shooting nearly 70% from the floor, 64% from 3. And have 4 players in double figures in this one, led at this point by AZ Foot. Here's Ayanna Patterson at the free throw line, the freshman shooting free throws.
As she knocked down that first one, it's so important for freshmen. You gotta knock down these foul shots. These are the little plays that will give her more confidence to be able to get out there and contribute more.
Aaliyah Edwards with the hustle rebound. 10 to shoot for UConn. Get it into Patterson. She works hard. Doesn't get the reward. That's going to go out of bounds off of Edwards and be a Providence ball.
She's so frustrated. We saw she overshot it a little bit, and that's been the one thing that Gino has said about Patterson. She's just so eager, and she's so athletic and jumps so high. She just overshot that a little bit.
From outside, 3 for Megan Herder.
Megan Herder, 3.
Sophomore from the Albany area, sister of the NBA's Kevin Herder.
Good genes in that family, huh?
Basketball. Mule for 3. No. Nice rebound by Aaliyah Edwards, and she'll get fouled. Trying to pivot around. So that is her 9th rebound for Edwards to go with 11 points so far.
Third personal foul, 14 foul. Returning for UConn, number 44, August Griffin.
Bench for a break. Kicked out of bounds. Lopez Seneschal tried the no-look pass on the inbounds. To Patterson. Out to Griffin for three. Short. Raised rim. Patterson knocked it back in bounds.
What hustle there by Patterson.
To the shoot. Caught the front iron. I thought it grazed the rim.
I thought it hit the front of the rim, yeah.
Other end. Foul will be drawn as Grayson Wilson drives on Caroline Ducharme.
Foul number 33, Caroline Ducharme.
The shot clock is supposed to be reset when you're at home.
Third team foul. Grayson Wilson, 1 free throw.
Figures.
Bosa misses the extra. 70-36 Huskies. Griffin inside to Patterson, who hands Griffin, who is cutting.
Smart cut there from Griffin, and what a pretty pass from the freshman Patterson.
New season high for Aubrey Griffin in scoring. Patterson with a block. Logan Cook trying to go to the rim.
And we do number 42, Amari.
It's all about, on the offensive end, it's movement without the basketball, right? You pass, your defender loses you. You see number 3 there. She turned away. Griffin wisely runs baseline side, and the pretty pass from Patterson.
Amari DeBerry into the ballgame. 42 for UConn. Aaliyah Edwards has left with another double, long-range shot. DeBerry will have the rebound. Oh, missed the three-point attempt. Here's Griffin again for 3. No, DeBerry taps the rebound. Gets it inbounds to Lopez Seneschal.
Great hustle there by DeBerry.
Long for 3.
Lopez Seneschal.
Bosa cut off by Patterson. Bosa will try and float one. No, DeBerry there for the rebound. Ines Betancourt is at the scorer's table to check in for the Huskies' next whistle. Into Patterson. Working, cut off. Griffin gives her some place to go with the ball. They'll try again. Too strong. Protective goggles that Patterson wears have become loose. She's had to pop them up on her head. That shot is long. Rebound by Cook. He's going to step on the end line and turn the ball over to UConn. Patterson waving at the bench that she needs more help fixing those glasses.
Looks like one of the lenses popped out.
She just found it walking back up the floor. She has waved off an inquiry from the referee on whether she needs to leave the game. So Ines Betancourt is into the ball game. And Lopez Seneschal takes a seat on the bench with 18 points on 6 of 8 from the floor, 4 of 5 from beyond the arc. Ducharme, no. And the ball popped over the back. And be turned over to Providence. Well, Aaliyah Edwards, another double-double in the game tonight. Her 5th in 6 games this season. Tipped by DeBerry, but rebound caught and put up. I shouldn't say rebound, it didn't hit anything. Aaron Ball caught, put up, and in. Olsen will get that one for Providence. Ducharme drives and kicks. Townsend from the free throw strike short. Just kind of pressing now. Just needs one to go in, you know?
Yeah, sometimes it's hard when you're a freshman. There's a lid on the rim, but that's how you get yourself engaged. Block a shot on the defensive end.
Griffin ran into traffic, got fouled on the way up.
Flyers foul number 3, Megan Hooker.
how you do it. Freshman Patterson just stepping in, disrupting things offensively for Providence. That's how you can build your confidence.
Griffin will shoot free throws. So UConn with 5 blocks to go with 5 steals tonight. 20 assists on 27 made field goals.
This team shares the ball so incredibly well.
DeBerry on the floor. It's going to get tied up. That'll be UConn's ball.
The problem is, you know, DeBerry did a great job getting that offensive rebound. The hard part is when you put it on the floor.
Yeah.
For PC number 33,
Little guards can come in there and either grab it or swat it away.
Got to look more quickly for help. Somebody's got to be free. All right, so UConn will inbound the ball. 45 seconds to go in the quarter. 17 to shoot. Kicks right into the hands of Cruz for Providence. .36-38 in the final half minute. Down 20 seconds of quarter number 3. Here's Shepard. Kicks to Archibald. 5 to shoot. Shepard will try to back the court. Spins, floats, over the outstretched hands of Patterson. Nice play, Kylie Shepard, who has been the best player for Providence on this night so far, the sophomore from Cincinnati. But this night at Gamble Pavilion has been all about the home team wearing white. UConn, 76-40. Back live at Gamble Pavilion as UConn begins its quest for a 22nd Big East regular season championship tonight. We asked you which opponent is UConn's biggest threat to UConn's winning that title. Our Duncan fan poll survey says Creighton, and that's a good pick. Jim Flannery's squad making the Elite Eight a year ago. They are locked in a fight with Villanova right now. 2 top 25 teams playing in Philly. It was a 1-point game at halftime. And we see a little Mets commemoration here. Bartolo Colon with us in the house at Gamble. Mets news breaking right now. Jacob deGrom has signed with Texas. Yes, with Texas. SNY's social platforms have more information for you right
now. Remember, though, the Rangers come to Citi Field August 28th, 29th, and 30th. So
you think you'll pitch that?
Let's go.
Let's go. Rotation.
Let's go, Mets fans.
Yeah, that's a tough one. All right, so we start the 4th quarter. First of all, by saying sorry for the technical difficulties. We were trying to get Gino that whole 3rd quarter squared away, and it didn't work. We'll get him after the game. I apologize for that. It was our intention. Really, it was our intention. He did have the earpiece in. Yes! Gets on the scoreboard.
To get a bucket there.
Her first points as a Husky. Listen to these fans roar for her. Deshawn, no. Rebound. It's going to be a foul. That's going to be on DeBerry.
Number 42, Amari DeBerry.
Ines Betancourt, the freshman from Portugal. Used all the rim twice.
A nice screen from Patterson, and you see the bench reaction. They were psyched.
Everybody happy.
This is a really great group. They get along really well. You can just see it in the way they play.
Cook driving, cut off by Aubrey Griffin. Here's Cruz. Lowers the shoulder into Griffin. And that will be an offensive foul on Providence.
Outstanding defensive sequence there for Aubrey Griffin. She cut off Cook on the wing. And then comes down here, stops the ball. Cruz had lowered the left shoulder. Griffin had gotten to the space in time. Just excellent footwork.
Janae Cruz averages 16 points a game. She's had 3 20-point games this year. She has 4 tonight here in Denver.
Well, she does more than score.
There's the DeBerry on the scoreboard.
Nice left-handed lay-in there by DeBerry. Well, when you talk about Janae Crooms, I mean, she's the only active player in the Big East. She's got 1,000 points, 500 rebounds, 350 assists, 100 steals, and 100 blocks. Nobody else in the Big East has that.
She has been a solid find for Jim Crowley's program as Betancourt gets her pocket picked. Didn't see Shepard coming up from behind. Freshman lesson learned. Here's Cruz. On to Sean. Well defended. Patterson helped there too. Shepard, 10 to shoot. Cook? No. DeBerry skies for the rebound.
A strong rebound there by Amari DeBerry.
There's Patterson. Bounce it off her foot. And timeout called by Providence with 7:21 to go in this 4th quarter. 41-point lead for UConn, looking to win their Big East opener. Fun night in Gamble tonight, and our next UConn game on SNY will be right back here on Thursday night as the Huskies take on the Princeton Tigers. Carla Ruby brings your squad back to town. We start the pregame show at 6:30, only here on SNY. Our game reset is presented by your local New England Honda dealers. Some of the numbers on the night. UConn's defense holding Providence's leading scorer, Janae Cruz, to 4 points so far. And Aubrey Griffin started hot in this one and has led the way for UConn. She and Lou Lopez-Seneschal with 18 points apiece.
Yeah, they spread the offense around pretty nicely. 4 players in double figures, and you know, Dorka Juhas, you see there sitting in between Ice Brady and Paige Beckers. She should be getting back, you know, back on the court. She's been practicing a little bit. She's got this splint on her thumb now. She won't play Sunday most likely, but you know, could be back maybe Thursday against Princeton.
Olsen who gets the bucket for Providence. Dorka, excuse me, had that splint fitted by sports medicine today at shoot-around and did some drills with the team with it on. They just don't think she's ready yet to go full contact in a game. But
there's no reason to rush it.
That's it. DeBerry for 3, no.
And Juhas has been working out, so she's in shape.
Yeah.
You know, she's not necessarily in basketball playing shape, and you know, in terms of chemistry and everything with the team, but she's been working out a lot, so not much has been lost there.
Shepard. No, DeBerry, another reach for a rebound, but it fell away from her. And a good pass inside to Megan Cook for Providence Park.
Yeah, great pass from Shepard.
I'll say this. Jim Crowley told us when we met with him before the game, what he wanted to see out of his team tonight was defensive discipline, but compete. He wanted to see them compete for all 40 minutes. They have done that.
They have. You know, it's hard to be disciplined defensively when you're playing one of the top scoring teams in the country.
When they came here last February on senior day, UConn had a 29-0 run at one point. He didn't feel like they competed for all 40 minutes that day. They have today, and all credit to them. Of course, the schedule not very friendly to the Friars as they go home to face Villanova on Sunday. Back-to-back ranked opponents coming to town in Big East play. 5 to shoot. Shepard drives, blocked by Fudd. Well, your chance to join us for UConn women's basketball as they host defending national champion South Carolina at the XL Center on Sunday, February 5th. UConntickets.com is where you can build your own mini ticket package and make that one part of your plan to join us at Gamble or at XL. Roller inside by Logan Cook. Coming up on quarter number 4. All available players from UConn have played in this game and scored.
Well, remember, they don't have many.
There's Leah Edwards adding on. That'll be 13 and 10 for Edwards.
You know, Danny Hurley sitting behind the bench here tonight. You know, his team, he's got, what are they, 15 deep?
Yeah.
The UConn men. Gino's got 9 players. That's it.
That is a timeout for Providence as Gracie Fosa got the ball to go in on the bounce off the rim. Let's check out our Take It to the Rim moment brought to you by Duncan. How about Aaliyah Edwards and the nice pass from Amari DeBerry? As Edwards has had just another outstanding game for UConn tonight.
And DeBerry is a terrific passer. Edwards did a nice job rolling away from her player. Great pass. Big Danny and his wife Andrea sitting there enjoying the game.
Phenomenal win over Oklahoma State here last night at Gamble in a rocking house for the UConn men. We've seen a lot of this, of course, in the tournament, the Phil Knight tournaments out in Oregon, where the teams, the men's and women's, traveled together. We're both in the stands cheering the other on.
These programs are both very close.
Gino talked about how nice it was to see that closeness between them.
Yeah, and it's been like that for a long time, but in this particular group, they really get along well. They support each other. They have a lot in common.
DeBerry gets the turnaround right. Next action for the UConn men will be next Wednesday when they get on the plane and head down to Gainesville, Florida to take on the Gators on the road.
Imagine the Big East season this year. Oh my goodness.
For Providence. Yeah, going to be a lot of fun. Creighton, Marquette.
All of them.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
They're all.
Substitution number 33.
Yeah, DeBerry tried to pass the ball inside to Ducharme. It got kicked from a Providence player.
That's what it was. Mule to Ducharme.
That's just knowing the play and reading what's going on. Outstanding pass from Mule to the cutting Ducharme.
How good to see Ducharme back in full form after struggling physically early in this season.
Yeah, she really came out. She had her little coming out party this season from her injury against Iowa out in Portland. And I think was the difference in the game.
5 to shoot, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I mean, she was in that second half when it was needed.
Yeah, made a couple big threes. Some key rebounds.
It's nice to see. Here's Edwards. Spins and gets fouled on the way to a left-hand attempt.
And just the little things. Look at how her teammates ran over to pick her up. I mean, those are just the little things that you notice with this program that not every team does.
So the foul on Cook, and we will see Aaliyah Edwards at the free throw line. The line on the junior Edwards tonight, 13 points so far, 5 of 8 from the floor. 10 rebounds.
I mean, a double-double is now the norm for her.
2 blocks, 1 steal, only 2 turnovers. And that was the first free throw she's missed all night. She's 4 of 5 from the free throw stripe. Here's Edwards. You notice I hesitated saying it until she shot. I wasn't going there.
You don't want to be responsible.
Just a microphone. She makes threes with a foul on Amari DeBerry driving into the lane. DeBerry, a new career high in the UConn uniform for rebounds in this game. More facts and figures on the night coming up with Gary Apple and Karen Walters. They'll have a full recap of tonight's game. You'll hear Gino Auriemma's post-game news conference as well. It's the UConn women's basketball post-game show presented by your local New England Honda dealers. Right after the game. 3 to go. Nika Mule and Aaliyah Edwards just went to the bench. Finish Betancourt. Checks back in. Aubrey Griffin. Caroline Ducharme and Patterson on the floor. That foul will be called on Betancourt. So, Meg, the list of season's goals for UConn, when you ask Gino, always starts with win your conference regular season championship. It's going to be a big task this year. It's not, obviously UConn is favored. They were the unanimous choice of all the Big East coaches to win the title. But they're going to get challenged along the way.
Oh, yeah, and, you know, the years of them going undefeated, I think that's a thing of the past. You know, they're going to lose some games, but they're a much better team than a lot of people thought they were.
There, one goes for Patterson after the nice pass on the run.
Of course, Paige Beckers had to go up and joke with Gino. Usually the kids just go up and high-five their teammates. She's got a special relationship with him.
He was laughing. Maybe trying to hide it, but he was laughing. Good to see him a chance to get players like Patterson so much time. There's Betancourt. Yes! That's for three. And a big smile on her way back down the court. And cheers from Paige Beckers as well.
You saw Morgan Valley just say to Paige, hey, be careful.
Yeah,
jumping around like that.
Don't hurt that knee, cheer. Too strong. Aubrey Griffin tried to box out for the rebound. Betancourt got a hand on the ball, I thought, but the body contact perhaps will draw the foul.
Freshman to freshman. And the reaction on the bench was great. Morgan Valley's not wrong.
Yes. And by the way, a shout out to the student section tonight. They had it full all the way to the top for most all of the game. Some may have drifted on to other Friday night activities now with the scoreline being what it is.
I think I know where I would be.
Okay.
Probably wouldn't be here.
Okay. But, man, they were out there starting at noon the first kids.
The student section here is unbelievable.
Bouchard for three. Closing on that number. And still a minute and a half to go. Their high score of the season. They set in the opener against Northeastern. There's a close-up. No, that toward the rebound. Patterson 3 points, 1 of 5 from the floor tonight. But that last one that went, maybe that's the one that takes the cover off. Into DeBerry. Should have just gone straight up with that. But still. Solid defensive night for the DeBerry in time on the court. 5 to shoot. Students in full war. Here's a closer with the step back. Short. Final 30 seconds here. And Gino waving them off. Hold on to it.
I like that play. You know, the kids can sometimes get a little excited. They love to try to go for 100. There's no need for that.
On a night when UConn shoots 61% from the floor, 56% from long range, out-rebounds Providence 41 to 32. And every available player plays and scores. UConn starts its Big East campaign with a 98-53 win over longtime foe Providence. Now 32 straight victories for the Huskies over the Frogs. Our player of the game tonight, presented by CSCU, very appropriately nominated Aubrey Griffin. You see the numbers on Aubrey. She did a lot of damage early to get this Husky team going in the first quarter when they raced out to a 21-point lead on Providence. And Griffin with a season high in points and a double-double on the night. Aubrey Griffin is our player of the game.
Hey, Gino, thanks for coming on with us here. Congratulations on the win. You got to feel really good in front of a great crowd, the way your team played in their Big East opener.
Yeah, you know, we were hoping that we would be able to get out to a fast start. You know, I think the team defensively is you know, we're pretty locked in. You know, we kind of have been for the majority, almost, you know, the entire season so far. And the ball movement was way better than it was, I think, over the weekend. So we accomplished a bunch of things, and it was great to get a win. The crowd's been unbelievable. I mean, our students and the fans that have come out, it's been unbelievable, and it'll be a little bit harder on Sunday.
Yes, it will, on the road. You had 28 assists on 36 field goals, really efficient offense. And what can you say about how Aubrey Griffin has changed your team this year?
Well, that's the thing that we were trying to get her to do, you know, the things that she's good at. And she started the game, you know, attacking the basket and getting herself involved in transition baskets. You know, that's got to be her game. And, you know, we had a long talk with not just her, but the whole team in terms of, you know, you have to understand who you are and what you excel at, and keep doing those things. And we have to have them every day. You know, it can't be, you know, Tuesdays yes and Fridays no. You know, as I said, Aubrey's unique on our team. We don't have anybody else like her. So if we can get that every single time we play, obviously that makes us, you know, a much better basketball team.
Well, and similarly, Aaliyah Edwards and her consistency this year. You talk about showing up every day. I mean, I know she's been doing it in practice, but she is unstoppable at times.
Yeah, and that's been a big point of emphasis. How it has to be every day, how it has to be every possession, every day. So she's taken that to heart. You know, she's really worked hard on her game. You know, we have X number of games that we played, and we got a whole bunch left, and just trying to get better at them every day.
All right, thanks, man. Good luck out in South Bend.
All right, thanks, everybody.
Our interview with the Hall of Fame head coach is presented by PC Richard & Son. Lot to digest from this one, and lots more still to come, both from here in Gamble and from Gary and Kara back in the studio. Nika Mule, 12 assists, just one of the headlines for the Huskies.